cryptocurrency, and today I'm excited to announce a new product. This is one that I saw a little bit of buzz on in some of my networks and some of the emails that I've been getting from people as far as referrals go. And this is one that started today. And as far as I can tell, it's almost identical to Microhash, which was unbelievable for me and for a lot of people. Microhash did have some support issues and some of the issues with the deposits and whatnot, but I've tested this one here, and I'm going to actually do my first deposit on it. But I want to show it to you. It's called thunderbit.io. And then what I like about it is it's incredibly simple. It's just you put the deposit in, and every 24 hours, because it just calculates every second, every 24 hours, you'll get 10% of what you invested in there. So if you put $1,000 in, which is what I did, I put $1,000 in, I'll get $100 at a 24-hour interval, and then at every 24-hour interval after that, I'll get another $100. And so in 10 days, because it's a 10 percenter here, in 10 days, I'll get my investment back. And then day 11, 12, and 13 are all going to be pure profit from that point on. And these platforms, they tend to be lasting somewhere between 30 and 60 days. There's a couple of them, like Trady was one that was similar to this. So that was 56 days. Microhash is still cranking along around 30 days. And there's the other one, BitLake, that I've been referring, and that one's about 11 days old. So it's just starting to kind of come to its own. But this one is brand new. And so I want to demonstrate how easy it is to work with because I'm kind of digging it. So I put $1,000 in. Here's my deposit here. You can actually see down here at the bottom where I put out of my Bitcoin wallet. I put about $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in there, and it's been cranking along. And you could just see how it adds to the account balance here, and that number just keeps going up, going up, going up. And you can just like Microhash, you can only pull out money once every 24 hours. So you have to wait. So I'm going to try to do it right around noon, 12:30 here, excuse me, about 12:30 here, so that every day around that 12:30 mark, I can log in and pull the money out. So here's what it looks like to pull the money out. Let's go ahead and try withdrawal here. And you can see it already pulled in the last number there. And so like if I refresh this page, you can see that number just keeps going up because it's constantly going up. So we're going to just cut it off right here and verify that this is the wallet. So I'm going to look at my received wallet. So 1LY EP18, 1LY EP18. So that's good. And we're going to give it a go. I'm going to say, yes, I confirm that's my wallet. We're going to submit that transaction. And then done. You will receive 00156665 BTC in your wallet soon. And so now we can actually see here's the hash for that particular export. So I can actually click on that if I want, and you can see there it is. It's in there. It's unconfirmed at the moment. What I have been noticing today, I don't know if you guys have been noticing it, but the blockchain has been a little slow today. But all right, so if we look at this, let's just do a quick refresh on my Exodus wallet here. I kind of thought it was that one, but it isn't. And see if my Exodus wallet finds this transaction, because of course it's unconfirmed still, but we have it already in the blockchain or waiting to be mined into the blockchain here. So let's just see what she says. Kind of give it a minute. We'll fold up this transaction because that's the wrong one. But anyway, I emailed them back and forth with a ton of questions. Their support was fantastic, just on the ball. I mean, they replied within my very first email that I sent them. They replied within 3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. So I'm digging it. Really liking it so far. As long as these transactions go through, if this one goes through, because I'm on the ground floor here, what I'm most likely going to do is I'm going to probably put a pretty substantial investment into this one because I'm starting at day one. And so the closer you can get to the beginning on these 10 percenters, the better off it is, because as it trails off towards the end, 30, 60, 90 days, then they start to kind of break down and lose momentum and things like that. But I am really excited to be kind of in the ground floor on this one. Really excited. So here it is. Wait, there it is. $6.62. There's the transaction. So it is pending in my wallet. So we're going to call that a win. I have no idea how long it's going to take, but I've got transactions from early this morning here that are still pending. um, so I'm not too worried about it though. Once it's out in the blockchain, once you have a transaction ID, um, then it tends to, it's in. It just needs to be mined. So we just got to wait for the miners to do their thing, and off we go. So that is what I'd like to show you about Thunderbit. Let me show you how to do a deposit in it because I just found it to be really, really easy. So, of course, the more you deposit in here, the more percentage you're actually going to get per day. But it goes up pretty slow. So I'm calling it a 10%er, even though, by the time you get into, let's see, what is about $10,000? Because what I really want to make is about $1,000 a day. So if I were to send $10,000 to this thing, that's about 2.39. So 2.391, we'll call it about like that. That 2.391 Bitcoin is going to profit about 2.41 Bitcoin a day um, right there, which is 10.084%. And if we use my handy dandy calculator here, let's close some of these right here. Refresh this so it's using real numbers from that's about $1,000 a day. And so yeah, I'm definitely leaning in on this, guys, and I'm pretty sure I'll be sending out a report that I'm going to definitely be putting about 10 grand into this thing. And then in 10 days, I'll be making $1,000 a day. Boom, 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 boom. And in 10 days, I'll get that back. By day 20, I'll have an additional $10,000. By day 30, I'll have an additional $20,000. And so in 30 days, I could turn $10,000 into basically into $20,000. I mean, if you count the initial 10,000 that you made, it's 30,000, but so 10,000 would come out my account, and by the end of the month, 30,000 would come back in. So to subtract that 10,000, that leaves me about a $20,000 profit. So it's basically getting $20,000 in 30 days with just using the tool of $10,000, making your money work for you. So this does not compound. There's no compounding in this. It just pays every single day, just like Microhash did. So it's very, very similar to that, but I'm pretty excited about this one. So if you're willing to go into these high risk ones with me, I think this one is worth it. It's definitely worth it for maybe about $1,000 because that gets you about $100 a day. If you've got $1,000 extra that you can afford to lose, I would recommend putting it into this because these 10%ers are crazy. Because then what you can do with it, this has always been my strategy, is you take that money that you get every single day and you roll it into other ones like Ambus. And I'm really, really still infatuated with Ambus. I know people are starting to say it's looking a little scary, but so far so good. And the reason I'm not as scared of Ambus is because one, I can take out my capital at any point, and less a 7% fee, as long as I don't do a deposit within 24 hours. And two, they communicate so well, and things are just so effortless in it. Their support has still been on top of it. They're adding new support agents. I mean, it's looking really good. My Ambus dollar amount went way down because yesterday I pulled a chunk of it out because I'm trying to pay my last debt, but I'm trying as quickly as I can to rebuild up my Ambus. And if I take a chunk of that and put it into Thunderbit here, I can, I'm going to take a $10,000 chunk of it and put it into Thunderbit, and then in 10 days, adding $1,000 a day into Ambus is going to be crazy. So let's just watch this for a second. Watch this. Watch my math here. You make sure that this makes sense to you. So we're going to go in here and just double check how much I have in there. So I got about $1,000 in Ambus at the moment, and I'm hoping to get that to go a little higher. Let's open up my handy dandy spreadsheets here. Let's do my Ambus calculator. All right, I've got about $1,000 in there, so let's call it $900. All right, and if I add $1,000 a day from Thunderbit, check out what happens here. It goes from making $32 of interest here today to, if I add $1,000 today into that, 1,900 tomorrow, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I mean, you could just see in 10 days, I'll be at $11,000. And this is all money. This principal here is all money that I can actually pull out less than 7% fee as long as I pause and wait one day and don't do any deposits into the account for 24 hours, if that makes sense. So right about here, I could pull out about, let's see here. Actually, it's going to end up being, see if I needed to try to pull 21,000 out. Let's see if I needed 21,000 to come out. Let's do it right here on this day. So we're going to do it on that day, negative 21,000. And right here, we're not going to do that deposit. So by September 4th, if with by putting $1,000 a day into this thing, I can have $22,000 in here. But look at this. So here's the 10-day mark in here. So now, mind you, I'll get my money back on the 10th day with um, Thunderbit. So I will have made $10,000 on Thunderbit. That $10,000 that I put into Thunderbit will have made have calculated and added up to $11,000 in Ambis at the same time. So I'm making an additional, looks like about $600 or $700 by using this technique, because that $10,000 that I would have maybe stuck in Ambis, I'm now sticking in a 10%er, and then every day after that I get pure profit. So from day 10 to 20, that's 20 grand worth of money that I'm getting that I can stick back into Ambis and then pull that money out as quickly as I can. And I can take Ambis money if I want and start pulling that out and put it into control finance. I can put it into BitConnect and into the ones that are a little bit safer. So let me show you a little spreadsheet that I've been working on too. This is kind of fun. It's not really a spreadsheet. I call it my risk tolerance for the different services here. And if you want access to this, I'm going to put a link to this document in the description below, because what I want to try to do is start having a list of the active ones that I'm promoting, that I feel confident in, that I have my money in, that are the lowest risk ones, then lower risk, medium risk, and high risk. And then I'm going to start putting in there, what percentages a day, when they started, how old they are, because I'm getting a ton of those questions on YouTube. How old is this one? How long has it been around? Things like that. And so I'm going to start putting it into kind of into this document here, and giving people access to it so that you can all see the same thing that I'm in. And start to make this kind of a working, living, breathing document. And so if something happens, like you can see in high risk, I've taken microhash out. And that's just because their support has gotten really, really slow. And so I thought, I want to hold my breath on that one for a little bit because I'm just not so sure on it yet. But this particular one here, because we're coming in on the ground level here, it's starting today. I'm thrilled about this one. It is a high risk one, but I've got high confidence in that risk, and it's going to have a very, very high reward. And so, I mean, the transactions popped out just fine. Anyway, you can see this document here, my risk levels of different services here, and some other explanation of what I'm seeing in these things. And I'm going to start sharing this, and then we can, as a community, you guys can keep emailing me and commenting, and we'll keep adjusting this document and making it so it's kind of a living, breathing document of things that we've all tested and that we feel safe in. And as they start to become red flags, maybe we'll start to highlight them and make sure that we note that in these. And of course, if those of you who are on my lists, make sure you join my email list, because I'm actually sending out emails pretty much daily, letting people know about new products and anything that I'm thinking might be scary. So that's that. This particular video is going to be about Thunderbit. If you got $1,000 to put in here, do it. But make sure it's money that you can afford to risk. So I put my money in, and now that I've gotten my first deposit out, and I'm most likely this afternoon here going to be putting in enough to try to get this thing up to $1,000 a day, because I want to be there on day one of this, so that if it lasts for 45 days, that's $45,000 that I can get out of the deal before this site folds, if it folds. I mean, all these sites eventually will fold, in my opinion. But to get in at the ground level like this is very, very exciting. So use my referral link if you can. It's going to be in the description below. REF equals 109 is going to be me. But let me know if you have questions in the comments. But man, I'm super excited about this one. This one's going to be fun, and we'll see how much we could make out of this to kind of kill debt. Because I'll just give you one more last thing here. So here is my debt list. So this is where we're at so far. We've paid up to this point $18,000 of the debt, and I keep forgetting to turn this off. So let's do that. Okay, $18,330 of debt paid since August 5th. It's August 18th now. And this is my next one that I'm going to hit. And so my target date to hit that one is the 30th of August. So I'm really, really hoping that I can make it there. And then this will be the last of my unsecured debt. And then I'll be so excited to get to the point where I'm adding a new tab in here for my cars. So I've got a couple of cars and a camping trailer to pay off. Those are going to be next on the list. And once I kill those, then the last tab I'm going to add in here is my house. And I'm going to put in here how much I owe on my house. And I'm going to just try to make big monthly payments, big chunks that I can apply right to the principal and try to take huge amounts out of that house payment so that I can hopefully by this time next year, if not within 6 to 12 months, I'm hoping to be able to pay off my house. And then I will be 100% debt free. And the way I did that is using all of these tools and using these methods that I'm showing you where I'm taking some of the high risk things and I'm paying into the medium risk, taking the medium risk ones and I'm paying into the low risk. And it's compounding everything very, very fast. I can do it. You can do it. It's not difficult. And I absolutely recommend everybody starting their own YouTube channel and documenting your own journey because that's exactly what I did. I started doing this so I could show people how I'm getting out of debt, and it's grown legs and it's turned into something that I'm really, really excited about because I'm getting emails every day, many emails a day from people who are like, "It's working. I'm also paying off my debt." I had somebody just this morning when I woke up, the first email that I read was somebody that just said they killed their first credit card. That I just I'm so excited about that. I just love hearing that. So if that's happening to you, please make sure you're commenting on the videos. Please email me and let me know that this is helping you because that's why I'm doing it. I do realize there's a lot of haters out there on YouTube right now. They're saying that I'm just doing this to get affiliate income. Full disclosure, I'm getting affiliate income. Every time you use my link, I get affiliate income. It is not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this so I can get out of debt. I'm doing this so I can show you how to get out of debt. And out of the deal, I am getting affiliate income, but that is not the reason I'm doing this. And now the affiliate income has helped substantially, which is why I've made videos on how to do exactly what I'm doing so that you can do it too. But even without the affiliate income, I was on a 2-year plan with these products to be able to be completely debt free. Now it's fast forward. It's because of the referral income. It's actually fast forwarded and become probably about a 1-year plan now. So that's very, very exciting, and I'm so thrilled that people are with me on this journey. But let's do this. Let's use some of these high risk models here, like Thunderbit, to get 10% a day. Take that 10% a day, put it towards some of the medium ones, take that medium ones, put it towards some of the small ones, and then every month make sure you're pulling out a chunk of that money and paying off some form of debt. And with not only that, please make sure that you're showing people how to do this because I can give a man a fish or I can teach a man to fish. And when you teach people how to fish and when you teach people how to use these spreadsheets that are also available at the bottom of the description, you can actually get your own affiliate income and you can actually start showing people how to get out of debt themselves. So sorry for the long video, but I am super excited about Thunderbit and I think you should be too. So let's just jump on this and let me know if you have questions. That's all I have for you.